We're on the easement road. We've come about 3/10 of a mile off of the highway. And now my truck is actually parked on the property. It's on the left side of the road as we look down the easement road. You can see a survey stake right there. This has some direct frontage on the easement road. If you look off, about 60 feet in the distance, there's another stake. And that driveway to the left is the private driveway that goes down to the house. Off to the right, the easement road continues. So everything to the left is on the property. There's a pile of gravel that still has to be spread. You'll notice a brush pile right there. That's from improving the road. It's been sitting about 6 months, so it's ready to be burnt anytime, or it could be used for firewood if you'd like. But I parked the truck here, and I walked down to get a look at the view, and I did some orange ribbons in the trees so I can find my way back to where I was. This is just an old existing trail. It is not an easement for anybody to use, so it's just an old trail. The easement back to the 80 acres is down at the base of the glade. We'll walk to the glade and we actually won't even be able to see that tiny trail. So bear in mind, if these ribbons are still here when you view the property, they're not boundary markers. They were just to mark the way to the little glade area. It's level here on this end of the property, so you could certainly build here. You might prefer to build a little further back when you see this glade and see the view. But we do have mature timber on this side of the property. Different sized, a few hardwoods. Now we start getting into the cedar trees as we get into the glade area. And now we're getting to that view. Starting to slope down a little bit as we come out of the timber. Wow. So now we're in the glade area. You can see Mansfield pretty clearly off to the left. I can see the water tower. Looks like maybe a church. I can hear a train off in the distance. Those are the tracks that we passed over on B Highway. Phenomenal view. Way down at the base of the glade, where the big timber starts again, that's where that small easement road is, that goes back to the 80 acres of hunting land. Super low traffic little easement road. It's just for the use of the gentleman that owns the 80 acres. He lives in Seymour, and he hunts deer and turkey out here when they're in season. Wow. You can see for miles. It's pretty unusual to have a land with this type of view that still has good access. Cool rock formation right there. The few properties that we've seen that have a view like this, you have to take 5 miles of winding, rutted easement road up a mountainside. But this one, just from the way the land sits right here in this spot, you can drive to this property in any type of vehicle. Once you get onto the property, you'll want a truck or a four-wheeler, of course, but to get to it, excellent access. We're very close to Mansfield. We're not far from Seymour, we're not far from Ava, and we're actually less than an hour from Springfield. Great location for certainly a year-round home or just a recreational property or a little cabin. We're within an hour or less of some nice rivers. Norfolk Lake is not far. Great property. That's the acreage east of Springfield, here in the Ozarks.